Today's video we're going to talk about the first fundamental principle of my program that is called Parenting That Heals. And that is that behind any kind of learning, behavior or mood challenge that you see your child grappling with, there is a remarkable, extraordinary child that is problem-free, uniquely talented, and does have the ability to step into their own kind of greatness. So I want you to think about that. Every child, no matter what kind of symptoms they are showing, has an extraordinary child inside. The problem is that child, that extraordinary, problem-free, talented child, is stuck inside. So it is really our responsibility as moms and dads and healthcare providers to know, how do we free that child that is there? It is really our responsibility to know deep in our hearts and in our bones that there is indeed an extraordinary child inside, behind all those problems. Because folks, if we believe that the symptoms we are seeing is the child that there is and there's nothing else, that child will be stuck forever, always dealing with symptoms. So the very, very first thing, moms and dads, that you need to be aware of is your belief system. Are you believing that your child is the problem? Or are you believing and knowing it, intuitively knowing it, that that is just a problem that has manifested, but behind that problem there is an amazing child? And the reason why it is so totally important that you believe that with every fiber of your being is that it will change your behavior towards the child. You see, folks, what we do unintentionally and quite understandably when our children have got some kind of problem that they're grappling with, we tend to become very focused on the problem. And so we are constantly talking to the child about that problem. And we're telling the child about what needs to be different and how they could change. And while we are talking to the child with the problem, we are not really engaging with that extraordinary child that is stuck inside. And so the more we focus on the child with the problem, the more we get more problems. What I want to teach you is, how do you connect with that amazing child inside who has all the talents and the ability to be problem-free? How do you reach that child? Because when you know how to communicate with that child, how to reach that child, and how to validate that extraordinary child inside, the symptoms go away. And why? Why would the symptoms go away? Because you're talking to the child inside? Simply because you are changing your chemistry and the child's chemistry. You're actually changing what the child believes about himself or herself, and you're changing the neurochemistry in their brains. They get this feeling when you're talking to the child behind the problem. They get this feeling of, I've been seen. I'm not my problems. I am much more than my problems. And mom sees me and dad sees me. And there is nothing more powerful than a child knowing that they have been seen for the magic that they are. it truly does change the way in which their brains work. I think that what parents and teachers perhaps don't know is that our beliefs have an energy. And if we have positive beliefs, we're looking at that child with positive beliefs, our energy is positive towards them. We will parent and speak differently. If we have negative beliefs, then there is negative chemistry flowing through us, and we will react differently to our children. So our energy and the way we react to them is very dependent on the beliefs that we have in our heads. And here's the most remarkable thing, and that is, whatever our beliefs are, become our children's beliefs too.